Hello, hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Welcome to Stars with Stasi, where no matter who or what you are on this cosmic journey, you are welcome here. Greetings, I'm Stasi, your trusted psychic and intuitive reader. This is your weekly reading for May 5th through May 11th, or whenever you come across this message, it's meant for you. I've shuffled these cards, Libra, so we're going to get started with this week's theme. But just a quick reminder, on May 7th at 11:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do have a new moon in Taurus. Ooh, I'm out of breath. I don't know what just happened. Are you guys feeling, I pick up on the collective energy, and I'm a Libra moon, and I'm wondering if you guys are feeling like exhausted or exasperated a bit, because quite frankly, I've just been sitting here. And when I was doing the reading for Gemini, I couldn't get my words out. So it's interesting to see how the energy manifests. So back to what I was saying about this new moon is going to be happening in your 8th house, right? So that's going to be about your shared resources, transformation, death, money, taxes, all of the things. But truly, this is going to show up for you on how you can release old relationships, old relationship patterns, and old debts, right? Where can you handle anything that's been outstanding for a while? Even if you have tax situation or anything like that to be taken care of, this is a great time. This new moon in Taurus supports that transformation of that energy, because the idea is you're meant to bring in something new during this time. So let's go ahead and get started, Taurus. No, it's the new moon in Taurus. All right, Libra. So we've got number 38, lost compass, getting back to integrity. So there has been a lot of transformation with Libras, right? Because we've had the eclipses in Libras. We've had a lot of energy in Libra. So lots of transformation, lots of releasing, lots of changing timelines, right? Take that how it resonates. But basically, if you think back to a year ago or more, right? Maybe 1 year, 1.5 years, 18 months to be more specific. With your timeline, your life's completely different, right? You no longer have the same people in your life, and it almost seems like you're ready to get back out there and do something different, but you've got to shed those images of what was then. So getting back into integrity, finding yourself is a theme that's happening for you this week. That's number 8. Well, it's number 35, right? 3 is a number of self-expression, and 5 is the number of disruption and change. So there's something here about how you change the way you show up in relationship and in group dynamics. I've got number 10, deep diver, diving into a task, right? Maybe some micro-focusing, like really focusing on, like I said, debts, relationships. But we're going to look into the bigger message. And then we've got number 17, another number 8. This reduces to 8. So you're manifesting something here. This says eye of the needle, intentionality, right? So being intentional about what it is that you want. There's this energy here of Libra, say what you want, mean what you say what you mean what you say. Geez, guys. Right? I'm having some kind of issue where I can't seem to get my words out with the air signs. And that usually happens when there's an overwhelm, right? Or feeling like you've been keeping yourself in check for too long. Oh, geez, look, everything's falling. Look, guys, I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second. I need these because... Yeah, so we've got the Hierophant. That's actually Taurus energy showing up in your reading. Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. Well, that's interesting, Libra. You could be dealing with, this could be, well, let's look at it, because this is showing up as water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and then you've got earth sign to Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then you've got Taurus showing up. So, if this is going to represent specific people in your life, that's what you have showing up so far. But otherwise, this is telling me here that, the Queen of Pentacles is all about her home and her stability and having comfort items, right? And just being very nurturing and stable in the house, right? Queen of Pentacles doesn't like to mess around. She doesn't like disruption. And, she's the one that's like, yeah, you can come over. There's always food here. This is, a place you can chill. Queen of Cups is always very emotional, and she's an empath. She's an empath. She can, she's like, come here, that hug, that welcome home hug. That's funny. And you're showing up at the bottom of the deck, justice. So you could really be dealing with a water sign, like I said, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but we'll keep going. And again, this is just what came out right away. Ace of Swords. So this is a clarifier, a conversation. New information takes place, or you reach out to someone to discuss something. Same thing came out for, oh, interesting. So I'm going to keep that. That was a hermit energy, saying that you've been like hermited. You've been maybe away from a situation and you're contemplating having a conversation again. But Spirit's saying, look, be very intentional with your words. We're going back to, this is coming through for the last several weeks, Libra, that there's a conversation that needs to be had to clarify something. So take it how it resonates. I know that in my own life, I've seen that shown up. So, and like I said, I'm a Libra moon. So comment below and let me know if that's what you're experiencing. But it's almost like you've held back, right? You've held back in speaking your truth. You've held back in saying something that you want to say. And I feel like that this week's going to bring about a lot of change in that, especially when this comes to your relationships and how you show up in relationship, because it's where the new moon is happening right now. Yeah. So we've got the 10 of Wands followed by the Sun card, which is amazing. So Spirit is saying, listen, you've got to release. You want happiness. Happiness is available to you, right? You want a life of friendship and ease and calm and stability and nurturing and love and, you know, something that feels good to you. Then you need to release those things that didn't work for you. You've got to be honest with yourself. Ace of Swords. So, and I think that's true for so many of us, right? Like I said before, the last 18 months have been such a release for the collective and such transformation. You know, it's unreal to look back and think, wow, how did we get here? Then you couple that with the technology and the ways that people can connect, right? You've probably met people that you would have never otherwise had access to. So it's like a whole new world opens up when your algorithm breaks free, almost, you know, that's how it's coming through. And so it's kind of like as you learn more about yourself and the people around you, you start to relax, you start to be more at ease, and you start to see that like it's not so scary. What else do we have for Libra? Got the 9 of Swords, lots of anxiety, and then the Fool card, right? Starting over, a brand new beginning, and then we've got the Page of Cups. So 9 of Swords, you know, something's really getting to you. I really feel, and we're going to clarify, but I feel like there's this need to have this conversation. Let's see. The Fool card is saying, you know, move forward, go with it, because you've got a lot of cards. Yeah, we've got Judgment card that just flipped up. So the Judgment card is clarifying the Hierophant. So Hierophant is tradition and all the things. And the way this comes through is that you're really rethinking how you've been living your life and why you're living your life that way. It's this examination of the programming you've received. Why are you stuck to a belief that you need to be and fill in the blank, right? So some of you are feeling that relationships can only be one way, or you're feeling that money can only be made one way. And you're starting to see, well, that's not really true. And why am I holding on to this belief, right? Was it my upbringing? Was it something I've been programmed to do because of literally the programming that you're watching or grew up watching, right? For those of us that are middle-aged or beyond, you know, the types of things that we were inundated with, right? The types of programming that we received really defined for how we grew up, what we came to believe. And as we explored other paths, it can be really jarring, right? So Judgment is about stepping all the way in and committing to your true self, right? Shedding the past, because times have changed so much that, and so have you, that it's like, I feel like there's this disruption, this dis-ease. And I don't mean, well, hopefully it hasn't shown up in something manifesting your body, but I will say this, Libra, that is technically what happens, right? So if you're starting to feel like this depression, anxiety, or disruption inside, right? You've got to express yourself and you've got to change up that vibration, because it could manifest in a health issue, which is not something that I'm saying is going to happen. I'm saying that when you hold things back and you don't express who you really are because you're trying to conform. And again, that's something we have all done in our lifetimes. It's just part of human nature. I feel like that can manifest into something physical. However, with you, I feel like you already can see that like changes need to happen. So why the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups? Guys, we've got the Queen of Swords. All the queens show up. And then I've got the Devil card. They want me to take them like this. They flipped up. So give me 1 second. Wow, they literally... Okay. So let's take a look at the big picture because that's what we got. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Swords. So this is like the background energy of exhaustion, fear, and like, should I or shouldn't I? This is something living rent free in your mind. So let's take a look and see what we can't clear out for you this week ahead, Gemini. Or I'm sorry, Libra. And I said Gemini because I just did their reading. And like I said, I had a hard time getting out my words during that Gemini reading. And with you, it's like, even as I sit here still, there's like this exasperation. So I can feel that 9 of Swords energy. So the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So unless you have an entire harem of human beings around you, we're going to take all of these people showing up in your readings and, you know, take it how it resonates for you. You know your story. This is a general reading. However, this is going to be how you're showing up. So this is queens, when they show up, whether you're male or female, this is a more mature energy in your life. And this is where you see things differently and you have lived through it enough to be able to make logical decisions. So the Queen of Pentacles, again, is very nurturing and she's practical. She has a very comfortable and secure home. So how did she get there? This is clarifying Queen of Swords, right? You are starting to really see things differently. You see now that you've had a period of separation, a period inward, a period of disruption. You see that everything isn't as it seems. And I'm feeling this deep spiritual, it's almost like dark night of the soul energy when you're coming out of that. And it's like, you know, you're coming out of the cave for the first time, the sun's out and you're like, oh, wow, what is all this? That's how it comes through. The Queen of Swords can see clearly. So it's like, you're not putting up with people's dramas and traumas. You're not allowing other people's heaviness to lay on your shoulders, but there's some guilt I'm feeling as you're making this stance. So that's interesting. It's almost like you feel bad is what's coming through for not being everything to everyone. But again, is that healthy for you? Right. And I think, you know, it isn't. So we've got the Queen of Cups and the Devil card energy. Again, you could be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but I feel like there's some sadness here, Libra, is how it's coming through, right? Like, I don't know, there's this, you're holding on to something emotionally that really, I see you releasing it, but this is where you are in the beginning of the week, right? There's like, I feel like a part of you is holding space for either someone or a part of yourself. The Devil energy can be a toxic environment, a toxic relationship. It could be having too much fun, right? Overindulging in anything, the drink, the smoke, the eat, the sex, whatever it is. Maybe non-traditional values as well. And it's coming through with the Queen of Cups. So you might have to find yourself forgiving. Actually, it's coming through as forgiving yourself. I feel like you might have lost your way a little bit because we have this getting back to integrity. So maybe there was a period of disruption that was the catalyst to feeling less than. And I feel like there's a rebuild from that. Ace of Swords with the Fool card is where you end up as we move closer to the new moon and you make that decision. You make that decision to go ahead and take the leap of faith and start something new. I feel strongly that whatever you've been going through and sitting with comes to a head this week. So if you're needing to have a conversation, I feel like you're going to initiate it and it's going to be had and it's going to give you a release, a little bit of freedom from that which was holding you back. It's really, really hitting me like this energy of like, I've got to say something. So take it how it resonates. It doesn't feel like a work situation. It could be, to be honest, but that's not how it's coming through. This is something deeper than that. This is like relationships that are on your daily docket. So your friendships that are, you know, close to you, someone in your household, family, a lover, right? Something like that. Even a past lover, because this is the second time Star card energy shows up because we've got Eye of the Needle here. So you're healing from something big time. You're putting down this past it's almost, I'm getting this image of a snake shedding its skin. It's very esoteric. Give me one moment. So that's very spiritual. And it is the other side of the coin, right? So I feel like you've been in it for a while, Libra. And now it's like, you know what? I'm ready, really ready to commit to a life where I am main character. And that's tough, right? Especially because Libras like to be fair and kind, and we tend to err on the side of people pleasing, and we tend to, instead of making tough decisions, ask other people, so what do you think? What would you like? And hope to gain agreement that way. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But there is something here about it's okay to express your needs, and it's okay to say what it is that you want, even if it isn't what someone else wants. It's okay. And like that pressure of people pleasing comes to an end. So this Ace of Swords, the Fool card coming together, we've got the Sun card and the Page of Pentacles. So Pentacles is all about your material success, your money, your abundance. And pages are always in the pursuit of a grounded approach, right? Well, in this case, this is a grounded approach to learning something new, doing something different. And I feel like you are in pursuit of your happiness, and you're not doing so out of this place of exasperation. So in the past, maybe you decided to get out there and do all the things, and you might not have been ready. And now it's like you've taken some time inward and said, okay, round two, how do I do this so that it suits me and my desires and my needs so I can chase the sun? And even though this is a weekly reading, I do see a huge change coming for Libra during the months of like July. I feel like July is going to be a very pivotal month in relationships specifically. So take that how it resonates, but that's coming through. So I've got the Nine of Wands clarifying the Nine of Swords. So this is definitely endings. This is like an exhaustion and something that's been living rent-free in your mind. And this stops. So this is closer to the end of the week after this new moon period. Think like the weekend, and it just gets to you and you're done, right? I see you really having a whole new vibe, and I'm not kidding. Hey guys, look at this. Libra, I can't make this up. On this second row, you've got the Fool card and the Ace of Swords. And on this last row, you've got the Fool card and the Ace of Swords. Unbelievable. Look at that. So this is being clarified twice. Ace of Swords, the truth, like information coming through. You see things differently. This could be an email, a text, a conversation. Again, something I believe you initiate. And then we've got the Fool card. This allows you freedom. And like this is a leap of faith. This is spirit telling you it's go time. Do not hold back, right? If you want more money, say you want more money at work. If you want a different type of relationship, say that's what you want. But you have to speak your truth, and you have to express yourself because you're supported. So this is being surrounded by cards of anxiety and sleepless nights, but also by the sun. So it's like, it's up to you. Which path do you want to take? Because it's available to you. And then we've got the Page of Cups being clarified by the Ten of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles. So maybe, you know, for you to have this abundant, happy life, this fulfillment, you know, you've got to get it back out there, and you've got to, you know, you might have to, Three of Pentacles, you might need to meet with someone that can help you sort this stuff out. Maybe someone professional, and it doesn't have to be traditional therapy. That's not for everyone. It could be that you know, book a session with me or right, or anyone. It doesn't really matter. You know, do some sound bath healing, sit in a forest, go for a walk, clear your mind, listen to a podcast, an audiobook, right? Just switch up your vibration and try something different so that you can change up whatever is running in the back of your mind. And it allows you to get back out there. You really might meet someone or strengthen the relationship you're already in when you get out there with other people and have experiences, like group experiences is how it's coming through, right? And spending some more time just having fun. There's been this energy here of being secluded for some time because of just being afraid to voice what you want. But this really, I'm floored by the Fool card and the Ace of Swords coming through. That's really impressive, Libra. I mean, that's the energy saying it's time for you to release. This is your week to release. this full moon in Taurus, or this new moon in Taurus, is really good energy. It's really supported by the outer planets, and it's supporting shifts in perspective, shifts in belief systems and patterns. So again, if you've been limited, because this has been a Libra theme, if you've been limited or blocked in relationship because of a sudden ending, because of a traumatic past history, there is this energy of releasing that situation that happened technically for you, which is so hard to hear, right? Because we've had some really difficult times, but there is something to a life lesson coming out of it. And so there is this release period happening when you greet that lesson with gratitude, even if it was heavy, right? You don't have to love what happened ever, but you can look at it and say, okay, well, since it did happen, how can I manifest the best and brightest outcome of something so difficult? And how can I take that lesson with me forward forever so I can memorialize that memory differently? That's how I'm hearing. How can you memorialize the memory differently? How can you silver line it so that you make it medicine for your soul? Gilded regret, number 5. Wow. So this is the 5s were popping up in Geminis, and now here we have a lot of 5 and aces, same thing here. So gilded regret. If you don't sit in your emotions, if you don't look at both sides of the coin, if you don't try to look at the good in something awful, you end up carrying these burdens, and they end up showing up in your world as physical manifestations of dis-ease and disruption. And so you could start to notice back pain, headaches, right? All of a sudden having issues with your gait, meaning how you walk. Burdensome, right? You start to your shoulders go in, a lot of distracted behavior. When that starts to manifest, or you're overindulging in something, there is this feeling of wow, I've lost my way. And so it's okay once you recognize that, right? Getting back to integrity. This is your week. This is your week to redirect and redirect. I'm hearing redirect and drop regret. Wow. I'm going to title this that, and I hope that I can spell it better than I can say it. Redirect, lose the regret. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that, but there's something there. So I love that for you. There's another way to look at something. So, and it's also express what it is that you want. Stop holding back. That's such the theme for you. Don't hold back, say what you want, go after it, express yourself, because you've got new beginnings here for you. You've got the Fool card twice and the Sun card. That's it doesn't get better than that. This is so much release happening for you this week. And it's been the theme overall for Libras, like I said, for a while. This says, stop trying to fix people. Don't we all just put our energy into others? This is calling your power back, Libra, right? You don't have to feel guilty about it. It's okay. It's okay to say, I'm not going to allow myself to live in 10 years ago. I'm not going to allow myself to live in 6 months ago. And I'm not going to spend all my time thinking of what could have been. Instead, I'm going to live in the now and accept the present, the past, the future, because it's all happening now. Right? And that doesn't resonate with everyone, but that is the reality. It's a quantum reality. Everything's happening now. So what you want, what's you. And so you've got to make space for that. So stop trying to fix people. It's not your job to fix anyone. Allow people the dignity of their own paths. This is something that's really difficult to remember, because as people pleasers and fixers and people who just want to see things in balance, when we see someone going through something, especially if we've been through it ourselves, it's this energy of let me help you. But you do have to allow people the dignity to go through their own thing, just like you have. And had you not spent this time in reflection, you wouldn't be able to do the Fool card, right? You wouldn't be able to have the Sun. You would still be in hermit mode, alone, and being contemplative in your thoughts. So stop trying to fix people. take that energy, call it back to you, and focus on your happiness. And that in itself is exactly what others need to be inspired to make different choices for themselves. So the more that you shine your unique light and the more that you step into your authentic truth and who and what it is you believe yourself to be at the time, then others will follow suit because it's contagious. It really is. So the same way people say that misery loves company, inspiration, right, loves to attract others who want to do the same. So take that how it resonates, guys. Thank you so much for spending your afternoon here with me, Libra. Again, this was a general reading. If you're looking for something more personal, please visit my website at starswithstasi.com and you can book a reading or order a chart. You can do all of the things there. I'd love to see you on any of my platforms at starswithstasi everywhere, and drop some comments below. Let me know, what are you releasing? I'm a Scorpio sun, so this is 8th house stuff. I'm all about the transformative times, right? The death and rebirth is like everything for me. So let me know how it's working out for you, because we did have that full moon in Scorpio, right? Which was super, super heavy and, caused a lot of changes and disruption. That's for sure. I really do hope that you're going after what it is that you want. Don't let anything or anyone stop you. And until next time, may the magic that we weave and the words that we speak bring healing to all those who seek it, Libra. Have a great week ahead, and until next time, shine brightly.